Hello and welcome to EATV. Today's subject, I'll be taking a closer look at Tommy Robinson. Most of YouTube is awash with Tommy Robinson. The publicity has been massive, huge. Tommy Robinson campaign, as I remember before he got arrested, you could say needed a jump start, and getting arrested has done that for sure with his campaign. I mean, like the courtroom situation outside the court of the grooming gang proceedings. Anyone who would be warned off from recording outside a courtroom, otherwise he would be put in prison or behind bars or be arrested or something like that, would try and avoid that situation, because it would scupper your other ideas about getting out there and being an activist. So you would try and avoid that. What is shocking is Tommy Robinson's Facebook page is protected by a company as it generates revenues. His Facebook site has links where you can buy t-shirts, paper masks of him, plus public funding that's been going on. So there seems to be a massive, like when you go to like a theme park or something like that, and you got all this kind of key rings. I mean, it's Tommy Robinson key rings. This is Tommy Robinson t-shirt, Tommy Robinson mask. Are we going against the government, or are we doing buy little trinkets so that we can generate money for you? And where does the money go? We don't know. So what are we doing here? Are we going against government, or we've got to buy the key rings and stuff? Or is it the key ring campaign? His YouTube channel has grown massively, and it's gone from like 79,000 subscribers, saw a while back. And after this, I got shocked. It was like over 200,000. So it's grown massively over this massive, this arrest situation, and it's blown up into media and all that. He's in the news. He's in the news headlines on the main medias, on the television, BBCs, the ITVs. He's on the newspapers. As I say, there's no such thing as bad press. For an enemy of the state, his timeline, EDL, BNP before that, now independent. An enemy of the state that has more lives than a cat, by the looks of it. As he is really pulling for, the question we'd have to ask, is he really pulling for the British public, or are the British public just being used? Because he seems to have like a well organised team that's behind him. Why doesn't he go for the traitors of the UK people, the governments, continually making bad and poor decisions for the people? Instead, he's looking at the effects, migrants and all the time. Why not look at the cause? Silly wars and selling arms and creating refugees, the cause. We're looking at the effects, but we need to look at the effects. It's not like it's magic that these refugees come out of nowhere. Somebody's doing wars, somebody's got guns, and he needs to look at that if he's really about changing the situation here in the UK and the wider world. I think it's very credible that he could be an inside man for the government. You know, I think it is very credible, and my conclusion is, as the points I've made, that he's got a Facebook site with a place where you can go to like a shop, buy key rings and all this, and he's got revenue that's being generated on Facebook. He's got a YouTube channel that's grown massively. He's got media coverage on the mainstream media. I mean, there's so many points here that can point in the direction that that's not what a normal guy going against the government. Seems to be a well organised situation. And since he's been in prison, so to speak, everything has been moving along nicely. The campaigns, his social media has been moving along as well with it. And, you know, I would say we need to question this. Thank you very much for listening to my video. Please consider supporting this channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you very much.